So I started Arts Alive when I moved here when I was in 4th grade. And when I auditioned for my first play in 4th grade, I was a little shy and I kind of held back on my acting because I wasn't sure if people would laugh at me or if I was going to get judged by it. But then I realized by watching everyone else around me, I realized that they were all just being themselves and expressing themselves and making the part their own. So in 5th grade, I really decided to step it up and be myself, make my character my own, and I just had a lot of fun doing that. And then throughout my middle school years, I've just followed that, and it really helps because I've had a lot of fun with all the plays I did. And I hope to continue this journey into 8th grade and express myself in the play that I'm in and to, really step out of my comfort zone and just be myself.
I personally think the arts are more important or just as important as some of the bigger subjects in school like math or English, because you're expressing a certain part of yourself that you don't if you're practicing math. You're not counting, you're you're voicing a certain part of yourself that you don't get to anywhere else. For me, when I come here, I am not the same person that I am during class. I'm a totally different person, and this is where I get to voice it, and this is where I get to actually find out what I love and how I feel, and I don't know, it's just to learn about yourself.
What do you want to do in your life?
I don't know if it'd be necessarily acting. I know I want to have something along the lines of that. I want it to be something that I experience the same thing, because when I come here, camp is so fun to me because it's literally, I'm just doing anything. I'm letting myself go, and nobody cares what I do. It's fine. No one cares if I make a mistake. So if I was to do anything else in my life, I want to be putting myself out there and doing something, and nobody else would care whether I'm doing it right or wrong.
I've started in 2nd grade with my play. I was in Willy Wonka in Primrose. I had a lot of fun. I think I've changed over there. I think I've been, like I said, a lot more confident, a lot more used to working with people, and it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, so with theater, my first show was actually with Arts Alive, and that was really fun. And I've kind of learned to embrace myself, and it's kind of helped me, and it's always given me a reason to go to school, because I'll always be excited because after I have rehearsal and all that stuff, and it's really fun.
Well, doing a smaller camp like this, it really helps just to take chances. And with the school shows, I think a lot of people feel more pressure to do really good and stay in their zone, but at camp you really feel like you can do whatever and you're safe. It really helps just to practice accents or something, or something you wouldn't maybe feel comfortable doing in front of all the people that are in the school play, but you would feel more comfortable doing here in front of a smaller group.
Well, I'm passionate about acting and doing musicals there's a lot of reasons, but one of them is because it's made me a stronger person in who I am. I can express myself as I can do in acting and in real life. If I'm in a situation and I need to be strong in who I am, I can use what I've learned from these programs and show everyone, I guess, in the situation. If there's been a situation where people call me a theater kid and they make fun of me for it, but I'm very happy to be called a theater kid because it's brought so much to me throughout my life, and it showed me to be myself, and I love theater and it's done so much for me.
I love theater because it's just so much fun, and you get to really express yourself. You can just choose, there's so many different options. You can really choose what you want to do. It's just so
I started acting when I was in elementary school, and I would recommend it to younger people because it really expresses who they are, and it helps them to be more open about being themselves. And I need to think of it.
What's your favorite thing about taking part in theater?
My favorite thing about one, it's a lot of fun, and it also teaches you a lot of new things. Also, yeah.
So if you, what's the number one thing that you've learned this year in theater?
I've learned that you shouldn't be afraid to be open, and you should just go for it and just be yourself around everyone, because it's an open community.
The lessons I've learned over theater over the years is really to, after, when I started in first grade, I was getting ready to sing this song with my dad. No, I wasn't going to sing it with my dad, but he helped me practice. And then I was there, and then this girl in front of me went, and she sang Frosty the Snowman. So then I was like, ooh, I want to sing that song. So I totally ruined all my practice, and I sang that song. And I got it part, but it wasn't I could have tried harder and get a better part. But I was like, oh, I thought it was so cool. So I was happy. I got a canine crunchy dog. And so basically, I kind of just learned from there, because I saw other people totally going out, third graders that were the bigger ones who got the better parts. So I was like, oh, I want to be them. So then my second year, I've tried harder, and then I got a really good role. And the third year, I got the lead, and then so on. I've been doing that. And it was.
When I first started theater, I was 7 years old, and I did Willy Wonka Kids at NAIT. I was a hip-hop squirrel, and from then, I loved theater since. And from then on, I've been taking part in every show, and now I'm in 8th grade. And I don't know what the show is going to be this year, but I'm looking forward to it, and I just love theater.
So I have been in theater since the first Arts Live production of Wizard of Oz, and I was a tree in the Wizard of Oz, and I think that was one of the major things that started who I am as Mira Manillo, and not as some just person. It gave me a name, and it gave me something to do. What people don't understand about the arts, and why it always goes first, is that while math and science and literature, they all kind of feed your brain, the arts feed your soul. They let you express yourself in a way that isn't calculated. It's 100% from you. And theater, you get to find so many different parts of yourself that it makes you a better person, and it makes you more of yourself. And if you deny yourself theater, people who are on the fence about starting theater, or even going out for an audition, no matter how old you are, whether you're in first grade or whether you're an adult, have a job and kids, people think that it's a waste of time. It's not a waste of time, because it's one of the things in life that has been here forever, and we know it's been here forever because there's, in history and all the things that we've seen, the arts have always been constant. It's one of the major things of civilization, and I think that we have to honor that, and we have to honor ourselves, and we have to honor history. We have to honor everyone who built this up, William Shakespeare, all those people.
Well, I love being part in theater is because I love it because well, I get to do lots of plays, and I get to have solos, or I get to sing with people, and sometimes I can teach people how to do this one thing and this other thing or something like that, and it just can help out if you want to be an actress when you grow up, doing plays when you're a child. So when you grow up, you can be an actress if you want. And
Is that what you want to do?
well, I want to be a farmer actually, but I also like being an actress too.
So how will what you learned in theater help you with being a farmer?
Well, maybe sometimes I can make little plays with my cows or pigs or something like that.
So I've learned to collaborate with others from theater. I've also learned that I can sing and I love singing. It's a passion of mine and I do it every day, every chance I can. And another big part of theater I've learned is public speaking. Public speaking is a huge thing to use, whether you're doing a speech, acting, anything going on.
I like doing theater camp because I love being part of a community and I love meeting people that live in my town and making friends. And I don't know, I guess, yeah, I just like being part of a community and I like sitting down with friends I haven't seen in a while or something, I don't know.
What's your favorite thing you've done this week?
Probably do songs and dances.
What's your favorite song you've worked on this week?
I don't know, I really like all of them. Probably the Skylar Sisters though. That's like, because I love being like a soloist and I like to have like, I don't know, I guess I just like having a part and I can just like sing and dance to the audience and because I love being on stage.
So I think it's been impacting me a lot for my confidence, and I've done a lot of teamwork with people, and it's been a lot of fun here.
I love going to Arts Alive Camp because it's really fun and you interact with other friends and you get to meet new people, and I love the singing and dancing and the shows that we do.
I've learned how to almost publicly speak and have a voice, I guess. It's like when you have to make a speech, it's really helpful. And other skills I've learned is it's okay to be nervous because everyone's feeling that way, and it's nice to be surrounded by people who are feeling the same feelings as you and love the same stuff as you and stuff like that.
I love camp because we do so many fun things and you get to be with your friends, and it's just so much fun doing the show at the end, and all the singing is just great.
I first started doing Arts Live, I was really shy and I wasn't loud and I didn't really, but now that I've done Arts Live for so many years, I've gotten so comfortable with acting and being in front of people and speaking in front of large groups, and it's led me to do a lot more than just act, but student council and stuff.
Thinking about my ambitions in the future with acting is that I want to continue acting as I'm older and use these life lessons that I've learned from acting that I can use in other things, like in camp, working with younger kids, and using teamwork and working well with others, and also just be able to be thinking on the spot and really just being outgoing and expressing myself in situations that I don't feel comfortable in.
You should try taking theater if you're on the fence about doing it. I think because you're going to discover a new part of yourself that you didn't think you would before. When I was younger, I was so shy, I wouldn't talk to anybody. When I started doing theater, I started opening up more, and I kind of discovered that it was okay, and I could put myself out there and it would be fine. So if I was going back and I'm looking at me going back into theater when I was in 2nd grade, just do it. You're putting yourself out there, and it's the most fun thing you're ever going to do.